Number 13B, a cyclist travels his first part of the journey at 25 kilometers per hour and the remaining 70 kilometers of the journey at 20 kilometers per hour. If the whole journey took 5 hours, find the distance traveled at the first part and average speed of the journey. So for you to be able to work out clearly this question, you need to draw a sketch so that you can see the parts traveled. So a cyclist travels his first part of the journey. Let's say this is the first part and the speed is 25 kilometers per hour. Then, and the remaining 70 kilometers. Then that means after that first part, the remaining part, the distance was 70 kilometers. So we are therefore asked 70 kilometers of the journey at 20 kilometers per hour. So the second part moved at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour. So having distance and speed for the second part, we can be able to find time. From the formula, speed is equals to distance over time. Speed is equals to distance over time. You can be able to find time by taking distance all over speed. So time for the second part would be equal to distance all over speed, and remember our distance is 70 kilometers divided by 20 kilometers per hour, which was the speed. So for this part, when you take 70 kilometers divided by 20, we get 3.5 hours or 3.5. But we are also told that the whole journey took 5 hours. So from that, we can be able to find the time that was taken to cover the first part. So time for the first part will therefore be equal to take 5 hours, the time for the whole journey, then subtract 3.5 hours, which is the time for the second part. We'll be able to get 1.5 or 1.5. So the time taken for the first part is 1.5 hours. Then the speed there is 25 kilometers. So we can be able to find the distance traveled in the first part. So distance is speed times time. Distance is speed times time. So distance at first part will therefore be equals to speed times distance, which for this case the speed is 25 kilometers per hour, then times the distance. Distance is speed times time. We're finding the distance, which is speed times time. The distance is speed times time. So we have our speed here. Then the time taken is 1.5. So when you multiply 25 by 1.5, we will get 37.5 kilometers. So that the distance traveled at the first part is 37.5 kilometers. Then Roman number two, we are finding the average speed for the whole journey. So to find the average speed, then we need to get the total distance covered, because speed is distance over time. So we need to get the total distance covered, then divide by the total time taken. So if we look at total distance, first part we have 37.5, then second part we have 70. So 37.5 then plus 70, then the total time taken. The whole journey took 5 hours as we are told in the question, so you divide by 5. So just take your calculator and compute that 7.5 plus 70, then divide by 5, we get 21.5 kilometers per hour. So that is what was expected.